Hey everyone, this is a forecast for the Thanksgiving week travel. So let's go ahead and move forward here. This is actually Sunday at midnight, so Sunday morning at midnight. And notice here, most of the country is okay. There's not much snow anywhere across the country. And as we move through the day on Sunday, that remains to be the case besides, in the mountains out west. And potential flurries in New England, but nothing impactful. So if you're traveling on Sunday, things are looking pretty good across the country. As we move into Monday, again that same pattern remains. Mountain snows, flurries, but nothing impactful. There could be some thunderstorms down in Texas. So if you're traveling down by Dallas, potentially some disruptive travel conditions. But again, nothing too serious. Now, as we move through Monday, we continue to see mountain snows out west, northern Montana. That's the main area of impact. So if you're traveling on Monday afternoon, that would be the main area of concern. As we move later in Monday, that snow continues across Montana and the mountains. So that's about the only area of impact with in terms of winter weather. Now, as we move into Wednesday, let's go through Tuesday actually. So now we're in Tuesday and we see the snow across the Dakotas. So in North Dakota, Tuesday, we're expecting some pretty decent snow. That'll be the most impacted state across the country. We also see this system developing over in the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes and down south. And as you'll see here, that rain moves up and wraps around a low pressure system. This is now Wednesday morning at midnight. Snow's wrapping in across northern Wisconsin and far western UP of Michigan. Also notice this new system's moving into the northwest with some snow mixing in. Now as we move into Wednesday afternoon, we see that system snow out west continuing to move towards the east, and also this cold air pouring in from the plains through the Great Lakes. And so as we move into late Wednesday, we start to develop west-northwest lake effect snow bands. So the entire upper peninsula and lower peninsula will have lake effect snow at this point. Very cold air, very windy, wind chills in the teens, maybe single digits. And again, the northwest will see some snow. So those are two areas of travel impacts at this point. Now, as we go into Thanksgiving, the exact same pattern continues for Thanksgiving. We see lake effect snow across all five Great Lakes in the west northwest snow belts and snow up in Montana. Um, that continues through Thursday. Into Friday, we start to see the snow move into the plains. So again, North, South Dakota, and eventually into Minnesota and Wisconsin as we get into very late Friday into Friday night. Mountain snows out west. Lake effect snow will start to weaken on Friday, so the main time would be late Wednesday and Thursday for the lake effect. Um, so we see this snow moving into the Great Lakes now as we head into Saturday, and it starts to intensify. So this will be something to watch, but potential decent system snow later on the Saturday. So this is now very late Saturday, about 8 p.m. And notice that snow is over Chicago, lower peninsula of Michigan, and it moves to the east. As we head into the rest of the weekend, that snow just moves to the east, and it's mostly rain across much of the United States. So let's go ahead and get a little more detailed here. If you want to know specifics, this is going to be Saturday at about daybreak. So Saturday at daybreak, see all that snow over here, and some snow out west, Colorado towards the north. Um, this is going to be very late Saturday. So as we're past sunset Saturday, we're seeing the snow moving into Chicago, Lower Peninsula, and then this will be daybreak Sunday. The snow is mostly in Canada, but we got some snow across the Lower Peninsula of Michigan and down here, down to New Mexico. And then that system moves out, and we're now into very late Sunday into early Monday. And again, notice all the heavy rain out east, but again, most of the snow is up towards Maine and towards the north. There's some snow over, again, in Montana, lots of snow throughout the next week here, and also down into New Mexico. And then as we move into Monday around noon, heavy rain out east moving over to the Atlantic, and then again some snow in New Mexico and the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas. Very light snow, but again, it could be a little impactful because people are not as used to it down here. So let's see. Then we go into Tuesday at midnight, so Tuesday morning, midnight. At this point, this will be the last day I'm going to cover because I don't know who's traveling after this. This is December 2nd. Most of the country's fine besides some light snow across the Great Lakes. Nothing too crazy. We're used to it over here. Um, and so, yeah, that's the pattern. And as we continue through early December, notice just lots of system snows across the north every 3 to 5 days is a basic pattern with lots of cold air. See that cold air moving down to Texas? So this is going to be a cool start to December. But yeah, that's the forecast for the week of Thanksgiving. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Also, check out my app MetaWeather in the App Store to stay updated. I have a blog on there. I'll try to update travel throughout the week. So, thanks for watching.